defeated 8 current Hall of Famers inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the 8th Division World Champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacman Pacquiao.
Balahi,
Ingato, tangal, human, nangaway.
I miss boxing. I'm excited for the fans to give a good fight. Boxing is my passion. The way I train, the way I work hard to make sure that I can give a good fight to the fans.
Both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are training intensely as they gear up for their highly anticipated matchup. Pacquiao has stated that he's completely focused on his preparation and has already begun camp, promising fans a thrilling performance when they meet in the ring.
I train hard. You have to defend his belt. I'm a challenger, so I have to make more extra mile to punish myself and able to win the fight. And that's my goal. I'm not underestimating my opponent. I have to make sure that I'm 100% conditioned. I'm still here. Manny Pacquiao.
Manny has returned with a focused mindset. He insists he won't take his opponent lightly, but he firmly believes his preparation and physical condition give him the edge over Floyd.
Michael Ren! We're not done yet.
Muna siya. Kita pa naman kumpiyansa din nga anak ka rin. Ako din. Last 30 seconds.
Manny explains that Floyd leaned toward an exhibition format, while he was focused on making it an official bout. Now locked in and all in, Manny promises a genuine contest that delivers real action for the fans.
Floyd wants an exhibition with me, but I disagree, and I want to fight with exhibition with him. I want to fight a real fight like this. So this is it. This is what I'm waiting for.
Manny believes that as long as a fighter carries real passion and inner fire, age becomes just a number. For him, commitment and love for boxing are what truly define longevity in the sport.
Yeah. Of course, boxing is boxing. You know, it's really hard sport. When laziness comes to your body, to your mind, then stop boxing. Forget about boxing. But as long as you dedicated, you have fire, you have, you have interest to punish yourself like that. For hard work, you enjoy doing hard work, training like that, discipline, then go for it. Like continue boxing. You know.
Yeah.
But
if you do that, you'll be successful. You know,
of course. But something like comes to your mind, like especially in the middle of like preparation, like let's say 2 months after 1 month training, it's like he's tired, like lazy.
Manny says his drive hasn't faded because in his mind he's never felt finished. As long as he doesn't believe he's done, he'll keep pushing forward with the same relentless focus.
Come to my mind, my heart, like I'm lazy, I'm tired. Then forget about boxing. There, right? But as long as you have passion, dedication,
you still have fire, then yeah.
Yes, of course. But look at your body also. Sometimes your mind is active, but your body
Mine stopped a long time ago.
So that's why I'm trying. I'm trying to push myself, but stop it.
During training camp, Manny incorporates stick drills into his routine. The practice is meant to harden the body, build durability, and condition him to withstand intense punishment in the ring.
Sakit niya pag basak. Tutok yung paa mo.
Very heavy place. Heavy place.
Mahugot yung bayo.
Time. Here's the time came on. I did that by 45 seconds.
Go.
Got it.
Go.
Time.
Manny Pacquiao's promotional CEO emphasized that Floyd Mayweather won't stand still in the ring. Fans should anticipate constant movement, tactical adjustments, and a smart, adaptable approach from Mayweather.
Floyd will ever be a stationary target. I think Manny knows that. I don't think Floyd by any means is an easy fighter, or an easy opponent. Don't expect Floyd to be a stationary target. That's not Floyd. Floyd is Floyd. I mean, there's a reason why he's nicknamed the greatest of all time. There's a reason why he's the GOAT. There's a reason why he's 50-0. And there's a bigger reason why he's agreed to step back in the ring, and that's because Floyd is Floyd. And of course, Manny's Manny, Floyd is Floyd, and Floyd's not just gonna step into something knowing that, Floyd plays to win, as does Manny. So it's gonna be very.
He clarified that neither boxer is dealing with any health problems. Both athletes are fully insured, and there are no major medical concerns going into the fight.
Floyd's 49 and Manny's 47.
I mean, the testing, I mean, the medicals and stuff are the same. It's the standard full physical, MRI, MRA, the eye exam, blood, EKG. So very standard, like what it is typically. They're getting insurance, so that's not a problem, right? So that there's no concerns or any issues there. You also have to look at their history, right? Their history is, look at how many fights they've done, look at how they've performed. They've always shown up. They haven't been, they're not flight risks. So we have to go back into history and look at it. And of course, you see Manny's performance was great.
Yeah, and going back to the first fight, drug testing was a big sticking point for Floyd, right? Is there going to be drug testing for this fight?
Yes, most likely.
Manny Pacquiao works alongside Freddie Roach in the gym, firing sharp combinations on the pads with impressive quickness, accuracy, and force, displaying his trademark intensity and focus.
Time out.
At the same time, Floyd Mayweather remains locked in during training camp, refining his technique, staying disciplined, and pushing himself through demanding sessions as he gears up for his next bout. Floyd Mayweather fires sharp combinations into the pads, blending accuracy and force while displaying his trademark speed, concentration, and tireless work ethic that reflect a true champion's mindset. Recently, Max Kellerman offered his perspective on the potential showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. He mentioned that he typically avoids discussing fighters' finances, but if Mayweather decides to step back into the ring, he hopes it results in a lucrative payday and a fitting send-off to his career. According to Kellerman, Pacquiao appears motivated by competition itself rather than financial reward, seeking a legitimate contest instead of a staged exhibition. Looking back at their original meeting, Kellerman admitted he found it somewhat disappointing. Now, with both fighters approaching 50, he suggested that a rematch carries a different kind of uncertainty. While he holds respect for both legends, he acknowledged that Pacquiao's style generates more excitement for him personally, pointing to the genuine challenge and high-level skill that fans would be eager to see on display.
That's one thing I don't do. I don't talk about no other athletes' money. I don't do that.
By the way, my hope is that Floyd isn't going broke.
So
if he is, that he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man. I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
Yeah, and you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
So what do you think's going to happen here, though? What do you think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old. Let's see it.
But why though? But you didn't like the first time they fought.
No, I didn't.
I'm not watching the second.
You didn't like that match?
No, the first fight.
Yeah, I forgot.
So when they wasn't grandpas,
I know you
when it wasn't grandpas,
by the way, that fight went more or less how I thought it would go. I always thought it would go that way. I didn't like the fact that it was a diminished.
Who's your favorite fighter, Pacquiao or Floyd? Come on, we know it's Pacquiao.
No, I don't.
Pacquiao.
Actually, Floyd. Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer.
That's what
when I do a pound for pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
But you have him over Floyd.
But I never thought Pacquiao was going to beat Floyd ever.
But Pacquiao, he's one of my favorite fighters.
Who?
Floyd and Pacquiao, they're one of my favorite fighters. But I still want to see
Floyd's the longer, bigger, better defensive fighter.
Right.
You know.
But let's be real, what this is all about, business. This is going to be a mega event. Doesn't matter how old they are. They're the two biggest names in boxing today.
Paulie Malignaggi views the potential bout as more of a major payday than a meaningful sporting contest. Reflecting on the original showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, he pointed out that while the 2015 event carried historic weight, many fans felt it lacked the emotional spark and explosive exchanges they were anticipating. Instead of a dramatic war, it often unfolded as a calculated and strategic matchup. The time. The stakes were clear. Championship implications in the welterweight division added genuine competitive value. In contrast, Malignaggi suggests that a rematch would not offer the same level of significance. Rather than being driven by rankings or titles, it would rely heavily on nostalgia, intrigue, and the worldwide appeal of two iconic figures in boxing. He also observed that modern audiences are frequently drawn to the spectacle itself just as much as the sport. Events like the exhibition appearances of Mike Tyson demonstrate how legendary names can continue to capture attention long after their competitive peaks, fueled more by legacy and star power than championship stakes.
That was also a cash grab, but really, that one was also a little bit too late, and they didn't really fight with that passion and fire. It was more like, I'll dance, you dance, and if nobody gets hurt, we both win, And that's not really what fans want to see. Having said that, the first time around was for the championship of the world. Floyd was champion. Pacquiao was challenging him. I think Floyd had the WBC title at the time, so on and so forth. And you know what I say about, and at the time, it was still a fight that was viable within the whole world landscape of the welterweight division. This time around, it's not really a viable fight within the landscape of the welterweight division, but it's like I always complain about Canelo. As long as you don't take the belts with you and hold them hostage, and the sanctioning bodies allow you to hold them hostage, I don't mind guys doing this kind of thing. Let's face it. Is it the only time we've seen this? We've seen this time and again. I mean, Leonard did the third fight with Duran and Hearns in 1980.
Although the bout is being promoted as an official contest rather than an exhibition, the entertainment factor is impossible to ignore. Manny Pacquiao still brings his trademark explosiveness and natural punching power, even at this stage of his career. Across the ring, Floyd Mayweather Jr. relies on elite defensive instincts, timing, and ring IQ built over decades at the highest level. Despite their age, both men have maintained impressive physical condition. This matchup appears to center less on titles and more on the strategic chess match between two all-time greats. a test of endurance, tactics, and composure that keeps audiences engaged. The involvement of Netflix significantly broadens the event's exposure, making it easily accessible to casual viewers who may not closely follow boxing, but instantly recognize these iconic names. As Max Kellerman has expressed in the past, when boxing delivers the right moment, it can capture global attention. Echoing that perspective, Malik Nagy suggests that while a rematch may not carry the same historical magnitude as their first encounter, the mix of curiosity, nostalgia, and superstar appeal ensures it will draw widespread interest for longtime supporters and newer fans alike. A Pacquiao Mayweather sequel would blend technical mastery with big event spectacle, creating a worldwide attraction that few would overlook.
I mean, the rematch with Hearns and the third fight with Duran, you know, so you know, and I think those sold pretty well, pretty good as well. You know, people got into it. Were they kind of duds? Yeah, I mean, the third Duran and Larin fight at the Mirage, people kind of are probably more forgetful about it, but regardless, the nostalgia aspect of it, like the champ said, is going to attract people. It's gonna you know, make people curious. There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old-time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, you know, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that, and I think this is going to be sort of the same.
Dan Rafael believes the timing of a potential bout between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. appears carefully coordinated, placing both fighters on parallel schedules that could lead to a September 19th event at Sphere in Las Vegas. He points out that the participation of Netflix is hardly shocking, considering the platform's emphasis on major, headline-generating spectacles rather than traditional boxing broadcasts. While their 2015 encounter rewrote pay-per-view and revenue records, Rafael suggests a rematch is unlikely to reach that same financial peak. Instead, the streaming model offers something different: enormous visibility and easy access. Subscribers would be able to tune in without purchasing a separate pay-per-view, a strategy that has already shown promise with crossover attractions like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. From a promotional standpoint, the event would be backed by a collaboration between Manny Pacquiao Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and CSI Fight Sports, the latter also overseeing several of Mayweather's business ventures. Altogether, the structure signals a carefully planned production built around global reach and mainstream appeal rather than record-breaking pay-per-view sales.
In an exhibition bout, also probably in April, but in a different location, and it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch, September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, you put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 for the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, you know, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is.
Although the true competitive balance of the matchup is difficult to predict, Dan Rafael believes the sheer scale of the event ensures worldwide interest. The lasting popularity of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. alone is enough to command attention across the sports world. In his view, the fight becomes essential viewing, not just for committed boxing followers, but also for casual audiences intrigued by the presence of two of the sport's most recognizable and celebrated figures.
And whatever you want to say about it, maybe not for guys like me or you who are involved in doing boxing related stuff on a daily basis, but for the regular person that's scrolling through Netflix to see what's on a weekend night, they're going to look and say, oh, Mayweather, Pacquiao, I know those guys. They're as famous as any boxers in the world. And if it doesn't cost me any extra money and I'm just paying my normal subscription, yeah, I'll check it out. And it's going to do big numbers. That's why Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson did the numbers it did. And that's why, you know, we saw them be interested in a fight like Jake Paul against Anthony Joshua and the other events that they have done. Tyson Fury's comeback as they try to, build up more in the UK. And this is going to be the same situation. They put out a lot of money to do the fight, but not as much as what obviously they generated in 2015. And, it will be, it'll be a big event, but how much of a fight it will be, who the heck knows? But I mean, to answer the question, I'm not like looking forward.
Reports indicate that Floyd Mayweather Jr. earned in the neighborhood of $200 million from his original showdown with Manny Pacquiao, while Pacquiao's share was estimated at about $100 million. For a potential second meeting, both men are rumored to be set for payouts in the $100 million range. From a practical perspective, when an athlete remains physically capable and is offered compensation of that scale, declining the opportunity would be difficult for anyone. Boxing has always revolved around prize money, and fighters at the highest level compete not only for legacy, but for life-changing purses. The financial appeal alone helps clarify why such a contest would move forward, even if the stakes do not match the intensity of a championship unification. The magnitude of the payday provides powerful motivation on its own.
Say it's just they're both getting $100 million. You're presented with a $100 million bag, okay? And you're still good physically, all right? And can still fight and you feel good. You ain't turning down that bag, bro. You're not. You're going to say yes to it. All you guys that are shitting on it, okay? Let's just be real for a second. No cap. We're all taking this fight. We're all taking it. You can't blame them to take it. We're all taking it, all right? So I hear both arguments, but it is what it is, right? They're going to take it regardless. They're prize fighters. They fight for prize. Duh. As Floyd famously said in that 24/7 build-up against Shane Mosley. And they're going to do what they're going to do. Now, in terms of why this fight is happening, honestly, I don't know. I don't know why.
The participation of Netflix adds another layer to the event, positioning it as a major spectacle rather than a strictly championship-focused contest. The platform has generally leaned toward large-scale, headline-generating productions, often emphasizing entertainment appeal over traditional title-driven matchups. This strategy undeniably delivers enormous visibility and convenient access, especially for casual viewers who might not typically purchase pay-per-view events. However, it also sparks debate about the direction of the sport on streaming platforms. Some critics suggest that Netflix has the resources to showcase higher stakes, competitively meaningful fights, and could strengthen its reputation by doing so. In the end, the event highlights two parallel realities of modern boxing: the substantial financial rewards available at the elite level and the broader shift towards spectacle-driven programming, where entertainment value can sometimes take precedence over championship significance.
I said that they, want to put on big, huge events. If you were to grade the type of events they've put on in terms of how serious they are, and when I say serious, I mean like real fights, okay? Like real fights with implications in boxing. You have to give them like a C, honestly. Like, look at the fights they've put on, okay? And if there's any criticism, albeit constructive criticism, towards Netflix, is I feel that they should step up the type of fights they're putting on their platform, because there could be a lot of blowback. There was a huge amount of blowback the first Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay? You had all this attention. Literally the whole sports world and a big part of the world was tuned in to this fight. And the fight was boring.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to stay tuned for the next update.